I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
They kicked, flipped, and fought their way into our hearts. These 25 kung fu legends turned martial arts into movie magic. From gritty training grounds to red carpets, these stars shaped action cinema and inspired generations. But now in 2025, where are they? Some still pack a punch, while others took surprising turns. Get ready to journey through time as we reveal the incredible transformations of these 25 kung fu icons, then and now. Number 25. Mark Dacascos. Mark Dacascos has spent decades proving he's more than just a martial artist. He's a chameleon of action and screen presence. Born in 1964 and trained as a fourth-degree black belt in Wun Hop Kuen Do, Dacascos burst onto the scene in the early 90s with his breakout role as Louis Stevens in Only the Strong. He quickly became a fan favorite in Crying Freeman and earned critical acclaim for his performance in Brotherhood of the Wolf, which even landed him a Saturn Award nomination. In real life, he's married to actress Julie Condra, his co-star from Crying Freeman and One Night in Bangkok, and together they've raised 3 children. In 2023, Dacascos received a well-deserved honor with his induction into the Martial Arts History Museum Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to a life devoted to action, art, and evolution. Today, he still continues with his acting career. From one fierce fighter to another with serious power, who is the next on the list? Let's find out. Number 24. Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White isn't just a martial arts master, he's a Hollywood trailblazer. Born in 1967 and trained in everything from Kyokushin to Taekwondo, White's fighting skills were already razor-sharp by age 7. But it was his knockout performance as Mike Tyson in the 1995 HBO film Tyson that first put him on the map. Just 2 years later, he made history as Al Simmons in Spawn, becoming the first African-American to lead a major superhero film. Outside of film, White's personal journey is just as inspiring. In 2015, he married actress Jillian Ileana Waters in Thailand, crediting her for helping him grow into his best self. The couple even shared the screen in the action-packed Take Back in 2021. With 3 kids, a long list of accolades, including the Fists of Legends Decade Award and induction into the International Sports Hall of Fame, White continues to inspire both on and off screen. From humble beginnings to becoming the Black Dragon, Michael Jai White has earned his spot as one of the most respected martial artists in entertainment today. From raw strength to lightning-fast precision, who's up next? Keep watching to find out. Number 23. Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins has carved out a fierce reputation in the world of martial arts cinema, and it all began with a Russian prison fighter named Yuri Boyka. Born in 1976, this English actor and lifelong martial artist became an international sensation with Undisputed 2, Last Man Standing in 2006. His performance of Boyka, ruthless yet multidimensional, wowed fans and reviewers alike, and he returned for Undisputed 3. Redemption and Boyka, Undisputed, receiving numerous prizes along the way, including the prestigious Jackie Chan Action Movie Award. Adkins began training in Taekwondo at the age of 13 and earned his black belt at 19. He has since mastered a number of disciplines, including kickboxing, judo, JKD, Krav Maga, capoeira, and wushu. With such a strong martial arts background, each of his battle sequences is not only credible, but also spectacular. Scott Adkins continues to raise the bar for martial arts in modern films, from the streets of Birmingham to international action superstardom. He brought power and precision, but who redefined fluid motion? Stay tuned to find out. Number 22. Tony Jaa. When Ong Bak premiered in 2003, The world took notice, and at its heart was a maelstrom of punches, elbows, and jaw-dropping exploits known as Tony Jaa. Born Tachakorn Yiram and known in Thailand as Jaa Phanom, he brought something raw, authentic, and completely unique to martial arts film. His bone-crunching fight scenes and gravity-defying exploits were more than just choreography. They signaled the arrival of Thai action films. Jaa began training in Muay Thai at the age of 10 and fought professionally before being found by famed director Pana Rittikrai. After 14 years working behind the scenes as a stuntman, he exploded onto the screen in Ong Bak as the determined warrior Ting. The film's success made him an international star overnight. He later took full creative control, directing and starring in the epic prequels Ong Bak 2 and Ong Bak 3. Off-screen, Tony Jaa is a devoted father and husband. In 2012, he married his long-standing fiancée, Piyarat Chotiwatananont, and the couple had 2 daughters. Tony Jaa has made his mark on martial arts history, one flying knee at a time, from rural Thailand to Hollywood's red carpets. He wowed fans with raw athleticism, but who brought style and swagger? Let's find out. Number 21. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is more than just an action star. He is a force that has transformed Hollywood's perception of martial arts on screen. Born in 1962, Snipes brought a unique blend of passion, grace, and raw strength to parts in thrillers, dramas, comedies, and, most notably, high-octane action pictures. His breakout performance came early on, but it was his renowned turn as the vampire-slaying anti-hero in Blade that cemented his place as a martial arts icon and box office powerhouse. Throughout his career, Snipes used his talent not only to entertain but also to tear down barriers. He helped introduce martial arts into the mainstream and broke preconceptions by giving black action heroes the recognition they deserved. Outside of acting, Snipes founded his own production company, Amen Ra Films, and even published a fantasy novel, Talon of God, in 2017. He's a father of 5 and remains deeply creative and active in the film world even at 62. From Blade to Broadway-style roles to off-camera battles, Wesley Snipes has lived a life worthy of its own movie. And he's not done yet. He brought the cool, but who brought the cold, hard stare? Keep watching to find out. Number 20. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal stormed into Hollywood in the late 80s with a fighting style unlike anything audiences had seen. Seagal, a 7th-degree black belt in Aikido, was the first American to teach at a dojo in Japan before bringing his abilities to the big screen in 1988 with Above the Law, the first film in the United States to feature Aikido combat. His calm, deadly demeanor and remarkable martial arts ability immediately marked him apart. By the early 90s, Seagal had become a household name. While his subsequent career centered on direct-to-video films, Seagal remained an active actor, appearing in over 50 films. Now 73, he remains active in film and continues to stir headlines wherever he goes. Love him or loathe him, Steven Seagal is one of martial arts cinema's most polarizing legends. Part warrior, part enigma. Who else could be next on this list? Stay tuned to find out. Number 19. JeanClaude Van Dam. Before he became a global action icon, JeanClaude Van Dam was a wiry youngster from Brussels, with a dream and a lethal roundhouse kick. Born Jean-Claude Camille François van Varenberg in 1960, he began martial arts at the age of 10, got his black belt in karate at the age of 18, and compiled an amazing 44-4 record in semi-contact competition. His father enrolled him in martial arts, but JC expanded his training to include ballet for balance and bodybuilding for power. What was the result? A physically flawless fighter with graceful control and explosive moves. After dominating the European martial arts circuit and dabbling in modeling, Van Dam set his sights on Hollywood. He arrived in the US with barely any English, hustling for bit parts before landing his breakout role in Bloodsport, aired in 1988. From there, he became a staple of 90s action cinema, with hits like Kickboxer, Universal Soldier, Time Cop, and Hard Target. His distinctive high kicks and splits made him a global phenomenon. Behind the scenes, Van Dam's personal life was as exciting as his films. He married Gladys Portuguese, a bodybuilder and actress, in 1987, and they had 2 children, Chris and Bianca, who both followed in their father's footsteps on television. Van Dam's 3rd child, Nick, also joined the family business, appearing with his dad in Kickboxer Retaliation. Despite his age, JCVD remains a force in martial arts and cinema. He continues to train, act, and even poke fun at his own legacy in self-aware projects like JCVD and The Last Mercenary. At 64, Van Dam is proof that age is just a number when you've still got the moves and the heart of a fighter. From Brussels muscles to mystical moves, who brought Kung Fu westward? Let's find out. Number 18. David Keredine. David Keredine was more than simply an actor. He was a cultural icon, a martial arts emblem, and a guy whose personal life was as spectacular as his acting. Born John Arthur Keredine Jr. in 1936, he came from Hollywood nobility, but established his own identity via grit, mystique, and a strong affinity to martial arts narrative. Keredine's big break came with the Broadway play The Royal Hunt of the Sun, but his true legacy was forged on television in the 1970s. Off-screen, Keredine had a life full of ups and downs. He was involved in judicial proceedings, struggled with substance misuse, and made headlines in tabloids. Despite personal anguish, he remained productive, obtaining over 200 acting credits and also working behind the scenes as a director and musician. Keredine died in 2009 under sad circumstances, yet his legacy lives on. Whether as a traveling monk or a film villain, he brought martial arts to mainstream America in ways that few others could. From Kung Fu legend to unforgettable villainy, who owned every scene? Let's find out. Number 17. Hiroyuki Tagawa. Hiroyuki Tagawa is most known for portraying ruthless villains, yet behind those steely eyes is a disciplined martial artist influenced by global culture and military history. Tagawa was born in Tokyo in 1950 to a Japanese actress and a Japanese-American United States Army officer. He spent his early years wandering from base to base before settling in Southern California. Fluent in English and Japanese, with some Korean and Spanish under his belt, Tagawa grew up with a foot in multiple worlds. He discovered his love for acting in high school, but his passion for martial arts came even earlier. While studying abroad in Japan, he trained under Shotokan karate legend Masatoshi Nakayama at the Japan Karate Association, also learning kendo along the way. Over the decades, Tagawa has become a go-to actor for complex villains, intelligent, dangerous, and strangely charismatic. However, he has also appeared in dramas, comedies, and even voiced video game characters, continually broadening his repertoire. Beyond the film, he is a dedicated martial artist noted for imparting realism to every movement he performs. Tagawa married Sally Phillips in 1984, and at 74 he still acts and trains. While Hollywood may stereotype him as the evil guy, in reality he is a trained fighter, a cultural bridge, and a silent power in martial arts cinema. From fearsome warlords to fierce warrior women who truly reigned supreme, Keep watching to find out. Number 16. Chungp Pay. Chungp Pay established her legacy with a blade long before female warriors became commonplace in action movies. Chung, dubbed the Queen of Swords and widely considered the first female action hero in Chinese cinema, blazed a trail through the realm of wuxia during Hong Kong cinema's golden era. Cheng rose to prominence in the 1960s with the well-known Shaw Brothers studio. In her breakthrough performance in Come Drink With Me in 1966, she redefined what audiences expected of a female lead. She was not only beautiful and poised, but also threatening, nimble, and dominant on screen. While many action films of the era centered around men, Cheng led with unmatched charisma and skill, setting a new standard for martial arts heroines. Cheng passed away in the San Francisco Bay Area on July 17, 2024, at the age of 78. In recognition of her groundbreaking career, she was posthumously awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 61st Golden Horse Awards. Chungp Pay didn't just play warriors, she was one. Her legacy lives on in every female action star who followed in her footsteps. From elegant swordplay to ruthless fists, who carried the legacy next? Let's find out. Number 15. Lo Li. Lo Lieh is relatively unknown in the West, yet he was a legend during the golden age of martial arts movies. Lo, born Wong Laptat on June 29, 1939, in Indonesia, rose to prominence in Hong Kong cinema because of his passionate screen presence and ferocious fighting style. Lo married Grace Tang Chia Lee in 1976, though the marriage later ended in divorce. He was also the brother-in-law of director Stanley Tong. Tragically, Lo died of a heart attack on November 2, 2002, at the age of 63. Lo Li was more than simply a kung fu celebrity. He was a pioneer who helped bring Eastern martial arts to the world stage, and his legacy can still be heard in every punch, kick, and movie clash. After blazing a path through kung fu cinema, who shattered expectations next? Stay tuned to find out. Number 14. Angela Mao. In the early 1970s, one woman stood shoulder to shoulder with Bruce Lee in martial arts cinema, Angela Mao. Known as the Lady Kung Fu, Mao wasn't just a pretty face on the screen. She was a fierce, trained martial artist who could break bones and box office records alike. Born in Taiwan, Angela Mao Ying lit up screens with her raw power and lightning-fast kicks. Her 1972 film, Hapkido, released in the US as Lady Kung Fu, was such a smash hit. It even knocked Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon off the top of the US box office for a week. Ironically, she also played Li Ziyi's sister in that very film. What set Mao apart was authenticity. Unlike many actresses in the genre, she was a skilled martial artist before ever stepping in front of a camera. Her fight scenes weren't polished for glamour. They were brutal, fast, and real. She never asked for the spotlight. It came to her because she earned it. Now 74, Angela Mao remains a symbol of strength and a reminder that martial arts cinema wasn't just a man's world. Thanks to her, it never had to be. From fierce female icon to a one-armed legend who redefined vengeance on screen. Let's find out. Number 13. Jimmy Wang Yu. Before Bruce Lee rose to fame, Jimmy Wang Yu ruled the martial arts world. Wang, who was born on March 28, 1943, was the pioneer of the kung fu film genre, rising to notoriety with The One-Armed Swordsman in 1967. This role catapulted him to fame, making him the highest-paid martial arts actor of the 1970s. Wang, a member of the renowned Bamboo Union Triad, was known for his violent temper and underworld ties. He was charged with many gang-related assassinations in 1981, but due to a lack of evidence, he was released. His personal life was no less spectacular. His 2 marriages were marred by infidelity, scandal, and public feuds, with some making tabloid headlines. Despite suffering a devastating stroke in 2011, Wang maintained the same warrior attitude that made him famous. He persevered through arduous rehabilitation, lifting his paralyzed arm over 1,000 times each day, 5 times the doctor's recommendation. Despite losing a lot of his strength, he returned to acting and tried to live as normally as possible, even attempting to drive with 1 arm until his daughter intervened. Jimmy Wang Yu died on April 5, 2022, at the age of 79. Yet his legacy continues. As the first one-armed swordsman, he paved the way for every other martial arts celebrity, and his life was as thrilling as the roles he portrayed. From trailblazing rebel to bald monk, who carried the torch next? Let's find out. Number 12. Gordon Liu. Gordon Liu. Chiao Hui was more than just a martial arts performer. He was the face of kung fu movies for an entire generation. Born Chungp Pay on August 22, 1955, Liu rose to prominence with films such as The 36th Chamber of Shaolin, in which he portrayed monk San Te, inspiring martial artists all over the world. Liu, one of the top stars of the famed Shaw Brothers studio, shaped the golden period of kung fu films in the 1970s and 1980s. But behind the ferocious warrior on film was a guy who would confront a horrific real-life conflict. In August 2011, while performing with his band, Liu suffered a massive stroke and hit his head in the fall. The incident left him partially paralyzed on his right side and impaired his speech. Unable to walk without a wheelchair, his career came to a sudden halt. He is the father of 4 children from 2 marriages and has been mostly out of the spotlight since his stroke. In 2020, Gordon Liu was inducted into the Martial Arts History Museum Hall of Fame, a fitting homage to a man who contributed dignity, depth, and authenticity to martial arts movies. His narrative is one of victory, sorrow, and unwavering tenacity. Number 11. Daniel Wu. Daniel Wu may not have grown up dreaming of kung fu stardom, but he became one of the genre's most recognizable modern faces. Born in the US and debuting in Hong Kong cinema in 1998, Wu brought a fresh energy to the screen with early hits like Gen X Cops, One Night in Mongkok, and Shinjuku Incident, the latter alongside Jackie Chan. Wu, however, was not only interested in action. In 2006, he made his directorial debut with The Heavenly Kings, a caustic mockumentary that highlighted the synthetic nature of Hong Kong's pop idol culture. That picture gained him tremendous acclaim as a daring and brilliant filmmaker. Daniel Wu has built a history as a martial arts champion for the modern era, balancing East and West with easy cool. He is not hesitant to explore the genre's boundaries while respecting its profound origins. A trailblazer in style and strength. Who came next? Keep watching to find out. Number 10. Chiao Yunfat. When it comes to Hong Kong cinema, Chiao Yunfat is perhaps one of the first names that comes to mind. Chiao was known for his effortlessly cool, gun-slinging parts, and his renowned collaborations with filmmaker John Woo made him the face of heroic carnage cinema. From A Better Tomorrow to The Killer and Hard-Boiled, he brought unmatched charisma and style to the screen. Often in a trench coat, dual pistols blazing. By the mid-90s, Hollywood came calling. Chiao transitioned to the Western market with roles that introduced him to new audiences, including The Replacement Killers and Anna and the King. Often called the coolest actor in the world by the press during his peak, Chiao Yunfat, now 66, remains a legend, not just for his smooth on-screen moves, but for the way he helped bridge East and West in action cinema. But who truly stole the spotlight? Stay tuned to find out. Number 9. Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh's rise from kung fu superstar to Oscar-winning icon is nothing short of extraordinary. Michelle Khan rose to prominence in the 80s and 90s as a Hong Kong martial arts film star, performing her own stunts with grace and grit. Her gutsy performances in films such as Yes, Madam and Police Story 3 established her as one of the first true female action heroes. Yeoh, now 62, continues to be a presence on and off screen. She is a Buddhist, humanitarian, and passionate advocate for women's empowerment who lives in Geneva with her husband, JeanClaude, whom she married in 2023 after nearly 2 decades together. Michelle Yeoh demonstrates how skill, determination, and timing can rewrite the rules in any field. And she's only just getting started. Grace met agility on screen, but who brought more fire? Let's find out. Number 8. Yuen Bo. Yuen Bo may not be as instantly recognized as Jackie Chan or Samo Hung, but to true martial arts fans, he's the silent storm behind some of Hong Kong cinema's most breathtaking stunts. Born Ha Ling Chun in 1957, Yuen was a standout student at the Peking Opera School, where he trained alongside Chan and Hung as one of the 7 Little Fortunes. Together, they would later form the legendary 3 Dragons. Now 67, Yuen Bo remains active in the industry, though his roles have become more selective. Off-screen, he enjoys quiet time in Canada with his wife Dee Dee and their 2 grown children. And when he's not filming, you're likely to find him on the golf course. Even today, Yuen Bo's legacy continues to flip, fly, and kick its way into martial arts history. Number 7. Iko Uwais. If Bruce Lee sparked a revolution and Jackie Chan redefined the genre, then Iko Uwais is the face of its brutal new evolution. At 42, the Indonesian powerhouse has carved out his own legend with a ferocity that's impossible to ignore. What sets Iko apart is his commitment to realism. Every punch, every fall, and every scream feels earned. His work isn't just action, it's controlled chaos. Still going strong, Uwais represents the future of martial arts cinema. He's not just carrying the torch, he's smashing walls with it. Number 6. Samo Hung. At the age of 73, Samo Hung remains one of martial arts cinema's most important figures. Hung is more than just a martial artist or actor. He is the mastermind behind some of Hong Kong's most iconic action films. Samo's distinct combination of hard-hitting action and humorous timing contributed to the golden age of Hong Kong cinema. He even broke stereotypes by proving that agility and charisma don't require a slim frame, just unmatched skill and screen presence. Still married to actress Joyce Godenzi, Hung may have stepped back from the spotlight, but his legacy is anything but quiet. He's the godfather of kung fu cinema and the master many legends call Sifu. Martial arts met masterful choreography. What happened when East met West? Let's find out. Number 5. Cynthia Rothrock. Before stepping onto a film set, Cynthia Rothrock was already a force to be reckoned with. Holding black belts in 7 different martial arts styles, she dominated the competition circuit and later brought her skills to the silver screen. She didn't just break barriers, she smashed them. In 2014, Rothrock was inducted into the International Sports Hall of Fame, and in 2016, the Martial Arts History Museum crowned her the Queen of Martial Arts. Now in her late 60s, Rothrock is still training, still teaching, and still inspiring a new generation of martial arts fans. Her legacy? Kicks as sharp as ever, and a crown well-earned. Number 4. Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen is not only a martial arts actor, he is a living legend. Yen, best known for his portrayal as Wing Chun Grandmaster Ip Man in the enormously famous Ip Man film series, introduced elegance, energy, and heart to a new generation of kung fu movies. Off-screen, Yen's personal life has had its own twists. He married advertising exec Leung Xingqi in 1993, but the relationship ended within a year, shortly before she discovered she was pregnant with their son, Jeff. In 2003, Yen found lasting love with model and beauty queen Sissy Wang. The couple now share 2 children. Despite a recurring shoulder injury that ended any dreams of competing in the UFC, Yen remains a devoted fan of mixed martial arts. At 61, he's still active in the film world, proving that age is no match for precision, power, and sheer determination. Keep watching to find out the next on the list. Number 3. Jet Li. Jet Li is more than simply a movie star. He is a martial arts legend whose influence spans continents and generations. With nearly 4 decades in the spotlight, Li added a certain grace and intensity to kung fu flicks, helping to elevate the genre on a global scale. Li has had real-life battles. After being diagnosed with hyperthyroidism in 2010, he slowed down physically but never stepped away completely. Now 62, he remains a respected figure in both cinema and philanthropy. In 2007, he launched One Foundation, China's first major private charitable organization. Li has 4 daughters, 2 from his first marriage to fellow martial artist Huang Chuyan, and 2 from his current marriage to actress Nina Li Chi. Jet Li's legacy is as powerful as his punch, having revitalized genres, transcended cultures, and inspired millions during his career. From one kung fu superstar to another. Who is next? Let's find out. Number 2. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is more than a martial arts star. He's a one-man film revolution. With a career spanning over 60 years, Chan redefined kung fu cinema by blending death-defying stunts, intricate choreography, and slapstick humor. Off-screen, Jackie is just as prolific. He's an operatic pop singer, a philanthropist, and one of the world's top charitable celebrities. He received an honorary Oscar in 2016 and even has an award named after him, the Jackie Chan Action Movie Awards. Now 71, Chan remains active in both American and Chinese cinema. He's voiced characters in Kung Fu Panda, appeared in The Foreigner, and returned as Mr. Han in Karate Kid, Legends, in 2025. His personal life hasn't been without controversy. He has a son, JC, with his wife Joan Lin, and a daughter, Etta Ang, from a high-profile affair in the late 90s. But through it all, Jackie Chan has remained a symbol of perseverance, creativity, and jaw-dropping action. Simply put, there's no one else like him. Before Jackie's legendary stunts, who changed martial arts forever? Let's find out. Number 1. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was more than just a martial artist. He represented a movement. Lee, who was born in San Francisco and reared in Hong Kong, rose through the ranks of child actor, street fighter, and global hero. He founded Jeet Kune Do, a revolutionary martial arts philosophy that defied traditional fighting rules and emphasized adaptability, quickness, and sheer strength. Bruce Lee died tragically in 1973 at the age of 32. The official cause was brain edema, but the mystery surrounding his death added to his reputation. Regardless, his impact expanded. He became a symbol of racial integration, a hero to Asian Americans, and a spiritual father to modern mixed martial arts. Decades later, Bruce Lee's legacy can be seen everywhere, from Hollywood blockbusters to UFC cages to animated tributes. Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential persons of the 20th century. He did more than just leave a mark. He forged a route that the world continues to follow. Which other kung fu star do you know that didn't make the list? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.